to boxing. In hindsight, it's really not. Are you the biggest draw or are you not? There's a reason why he's being called out. He's coming off 2 defeats like we've just said, and yet Tyson Fury is calling his name. So I think, if you're gonna be reasonable and say this is 50-50, then I think it'd be crazy not to take it. But at 60-40, personally, if I was him, and I'm not him, I wish I bleeding was, then I would be hesitant, because you bring an awful lot to the table, probably more than the champion himself. This guy's given up the most respected belt of them all. He's no longer the ring heavyweight champion. So let's just remember that, guys. He gave that up because he's changed his mind every 5 minutes.
I know, but he is still a world champion.
WBC, which is a big one.
And Joshua's not. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I
see fighters in the business calls out his name. It's very similar to AJ now. AJ's the biggest draw in the heavyweight division. I'm sorry to say it, guys. It doesn't matter if he's lost twice or not. He's still the biggest draw. There's a reason why he does what he does. He's just been brilliantly managed, promoted, and it's been a dream, but ultimately he knocks people out. Yes, he's coming off the back of 2 defeats, but why is the best fighter in the world calling his name? Why?
Because he wants to have a go on him. Tony Bellew, you big clown sounding ass. Off the rip. Big shout out to your man, the YB #1 sugar mama in the game right now, Lizzie Corinne, for coming through and keeping the coin boosted at all times. So we just heard there from the #1 Bellendinator. Yeah, listen, Eddie Hearns Johnson has never been as shoe-shined as it was after hearing this. Oh, AJ's been so perfectly managed. Oh, perfectly managed. He got smoked by Mr. Blobby, who everyone told him, don't fight Mr. Blobby, it's a dangerous fight. Good management. And by the way, in that camp, he was allegedly compromised by concussion. Good management. Then, Eddie Hearn put him in the ring with Usyk, who everyone told him, don't fight Usyk, let Usyk fight Joe Joyce for the final eliminator. Eddie Hearn missed the apples and pears. Oh, apples and pears, yeah. Everyone come and have a go on AJ. Yeah, goober. That's the first thing. Let's not even get to the whole AJ's the A side. AJ shouldn't take 60-40. Honestly, when I heard 60-40, I was pissed off at Fury being so generous. And this clown, Bellend, talking about how AJ needs to think carefully about... AJ needs to chew Fury's hand off for 60-40. But it's people like this, you see, Tony Bellend, who make the world and the sport the way it is. People like Tony Bellend are the reason why the sport's so weak and so overpaid. Because it creates this prima donna, diva attitude. Rather than saying, what can you do for your sport? It's what can my sport do for me? Yeah? Rather than AJ saying, you know what, damn, I'm a bum, doss, a loser. Let me chew Fury's hand off. It's, oh, what can I get? What can I squeeze? It's unbelievable. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not what your sport can do for you. It's what you can do for your sport. That's how it used to be. That's how Cus D'Amato raised his cats. And listen, no one's saying... Is anyone here saying people should work for free? Absolutely not. We know the money's going to be there. That's why I was so against Fury talking about he wants 500 million and stuff. You know you're going to get paid record money. What do you really need to make it all about the money? I don't like it. I don't like anyone being all about the money, quite frankly. In anything you do. Substance, people who have great character, people who have great skills, the money will come. Yeah? Focus on that part. And even if you are a fiend for cash, keep it to yourself. It's not, apart from the few internet losers who find it cool. Oh, bro, he alpha, bro. Oh, he a high value man, bro. Apart from them goobers, no one really wants to hear it. Yeah? If you've got some mad coin game going on, that's good for you. But people need to hear about it. Yeah? Ain't doing no one else no favours hearing about how you're a fiend for coin. And I'm pretty sure, from a religious point of view, one of the key premises is don't be a fiend for coin. And here we are. And oh, listen, am I religious? No. But what gets me is a lot of these guys, yeah, after their fight, oh, thank God, oh, God. They suck God off, yeah. And then in the next breath, they're fiending for coin. It's like, wait a minute. If you're going to suck God off, why aren't you being consistent and abiding by some of the basic rules kind of thing? Oops. Yeah? And this guy Bellend, honestly, I'd love to give him a good slap upside his barnet, truth be known. He's a true Bellend. I've never seen a man just be team. Like, the worst thing is, for example, this guy used to criticise Canelo for being juiced, and then Canelo ended up being on DAZN, which Tony Bellend gets paid from, and all that. Listen, Tony Bellend, yeah, used to be the biggest Canelo hater. Now Canelo's on DAZN. He gives that A1 slop top. Oh, Canelo's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's a true warrior. Do you know what I mean? Them kind of guys don't have no, don't have no substance to them. They all jump on. Oh, what's that? What's that, DAZN? You're going to pay my wage? Oh, yeah, Canelo. Yeah, just give Canelo an A1 neck. This guy here, he gives, I'm telling you now, not from experience, but I've heard. I spoke to Canelo. I said, listen, Canelo, what kind of neck does Tony Bellend give? And he told me. He told me Bellend gives that A1 neck game. Yeah? Because Tony Bellend's neck game, listen, Canelo said, listen, YB, there's a reason they call him the Bellend. Yeah? Because he give that, yeah, his neck is on another level. Tony Bellend's neck game is a whole different, you know what I'm saying? That's how originally he was, that's where the original name, the Bellend, came from. Because he spent so much time around Bellends. The service he provided to Bellends, it kind of just rubbed off on him. Oh, there it is, the Bellend. Yeah? The shiner, top shiner. This cat here is the Bellend top shiner. What's that? You got, listen, if you got any money, give some to Tony Bellend, and he's going to give you the A1 shines. 100%. No shame. I'm sorry, yeah. How can you be a 40-year-old man, and you're out here just, AJ gets paid so much because he gets knockouts. The fuck? When was the last guy you knocked out, you clown? Just making things up now. What are you talking about? He didn't knock Mr. Middleweight out. Twice. He didn't knock Mr. Blobby out. He barely knocked Pulev out. Had to run around the ring for 20 rounds and get some rest. Who was the last guy he knocked out? Povetkin. Wow. And even then, like I told you, man, AJ only knocks out old people. Joseph Parker couldn't knock out. Povetkin could knock out. Pulev could knock out. Andy Ruiz couldn't knock out. Usyk couldn't knock out. Oops. Anyone who's young and in their prime, AJ can't do nothing with. If you're old, Povetkin Pulev, he'll knock you out. AJ is the old man, Fraudley Harrison 2.0 bum slayer. He's the original old man slayer. Yeah? And to be quite honest with you, people like AJ is the reason, if you look at the Office of National Statistics, there's a reason crimes and violence against old people is rising. And in my opinion, AJ is the flag bearer of that. Yeah? AJ is pivotal and a key factor why there's rising rates of OAP abuse. AJ stay whooping. And what kind of message and what kind of signal is AJ sending to the youth? Oh, it's okay to beat up on old dudes. Don't beat up on anyone your own size. Don't beat up on anyone your own age. Just whoop on the old dons. Facts. I'm sure of it. I'm sure AJ is the key reason why violence against old people is rising. They see AJ, oh look, he buff. And yet he don't do nothing with people his own age. Let's just beat upon some old folks. That's it. Yeah? Mr. OAP basher. And you're praising him for it. Oh, the reason AJ is worth 50% is because he's the OAP basher. Are you hearing yourself, Bellend? Your man has no belts. He has no wins. He has no knockouts. He has nothing. He has a whole bunch of losses. And you're talking about how he should be getting 50%. It's just, I can't deal with it. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't deal with how, listen, it's one or the other. Either you are low IQ, or you are a top A1 slop top provider. It's one or the other. It's not both. Yeah? Listen, Tony Bellend, do you love giving A1 slop to man? Slop top. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's low IQ. I think Tony Bellend sits there in the cut and he thinks, ooh, what's that, AJ? What's that, AJ? You got some clout? Ooh, let me give AJ some slop top pops him off for a quick minute. You can just tell the Bellend is one of them guys. Don't forget, people. He was the original man who said, "Oh, after this fight, you'll never see me again. After this fight, I'm going forever. My name's Tony Bellend, and my name's Tony Bellend, and I'll give anyone A1 neck for a price. Yeah, please contact my management team to find out my rates for giving A1 neck. Yeah, no one give neck like Tony Bellend. Big facts."
But still, every single UFC fighter in the business calls out his name. It's very similar to AJ now. AJ's the biggest draw in the heavyweight division. I'm sorry to say it, guys.
AJ's the biggest draw in the heavyweight division, and he's sorry to say it. Does this guy, honestly, I'd love to wring his neck for him. Proper look at the clown as well. I'm so glad Usyk knocked the guy out. Goober sounding us. I'm so glad Usyk did what Mr. Big Toe couldn't do.
Doesn't matter if he's lost twice or not. He's still the biggest.
It doesn't matter if he's lost twice or not. He's still the biggest draw. What planet does it not matter? Do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here then? If a man can just lose and never win and never knock no one out and he's still the most valuable, what's that about? Listen, Tony, get AJ's phallus 6 inches down your neck. Get it out of there. Yeah? Don't know where you was brought up here, but the way I was brought up, having some necks, bulbous nicks, phallus hanging down your throat wasn't the one. Get it out of there. Yeah? You're going to end up with all kinds of sores in your neck if you don't quickly remove it from there. Because honestly, I don't even see this guy's face. All I see is AJ's ballsack hanging on Tony Bellend's eyes. And I see AJ's phallus just hanging in there. Right through this bit here, look. Right through the entry hole. See it? Listen. You see Tony's mouth? It's full right now of melanated phallus. That's what it is. Whoa, I'm surprised we could even hear him speak, to be honest. His tongue must be magician-like. The way he's able to get words out whilst having AJ's longa wonga in his mouth. It's unbelievable.
There's a reason why he does what he does. He's just been brilliantly managed, promoted, and it's been a dream, but ultimately he knocks people out. Yes, he's coming off the back of 2 defeats, but why is the best fighter in the world calling his name? Why does he want to face him?
Fury's calling his name because he's dying to have a go on him before Eddie Hearn whores him out to everyone else. Yeah? Fury wants to have a go on AJ before Zhang from China has a go on him, before Hergovich from Europe has a go on him, and before Jared Anderson has a go on him, and before Dillian White goes 50-50 with him. That's why. You know, it's not rocket science. Fury knows, damn, there's a decent payday there. Yeah? Also, there's a lot of clout, because Fury's going to proper do a job on him. Do something that Andy Ruiz couldn't do. No one's knocked AJ out cold. Fury will be the man to do it. So that's why he wants him. You clown. And honestly, I wish Bellend would come back. I'd like to see Fury knock this Cooper out as well, truth be known. I'd like to see Fury versus AJ and Fury versus the Bellend on the same night. That would be a pay-per-view show. That would shut down pay-per-view. Big man ting, like button, subscribe, and your man the YB will be back, no doubt about it, 100%.